Hey guys, welcome to Flat Top King. Hey, today is Cinco de Mayo special number 2. We did that beefsteak ranchero. We did our homemade refried beans. We charred up some onions and some jalapenos. If you guys want to see how we make this special, here we go. All right, to get started, let's talk about what we're doing today. Beefsteak ranchero, my mother-in-law's favorite. So we're going to try to keep that same rhythm going. We have done a video that we just posted called Southwest Country Fried Steak. In that video, we made our ranchero sauce from scratch. We're gonna be reheating that and using that today. So that's kind of like the breakfast version. This is the dinner version. We did the Sonoran hot dog, like we mentioned in the past, and we have some leftover beans that went on that. To that, we're gonna make homemade refried beans. Easy video. We have some thinly cut sirloin steak. I might pound that out just a little bit thinner. We're gonna season that on both sides and sear that at an extremely high temperature. Get some char on that. Char up some onions, throw down some cheese on our refried beans, warm up some tortillas, and call it good. You ready?
Yep.
Let's go. Using the griddle as everything today besides the griddle. All right, some ranchero sauce. I'm gonna start warming that up. I got fire roasted tomatoes, some jalapenos, garlic, onion, lime, some tomato sauce, some chipotles and adobo. There they are. Cumin, we have smoked paprika, salt, pepper. We have ancho chili powder. We have brown sugar, and we have Mexican oregano, along with some chicken stock and some cilantro. A little bit of neutral oil. We're gonna add that chicken stock, add that bunch of cilantro, the juice of 1 lime, 2 cans of fire roasted tomatoes, and now the rest of the ingredients. The chipotles and adobo, paprika, brown sugar, ancho powder, Mexican oregano. Now we're gonna let this simmer for about 10-15 minutes to all come together. On this skillet, we have some lard. I don't know, maybe about 1 or 2 tablespoons. Probably just depends on how much beans you got. You can use oil, maybe bacon fat, something like that, but I had lard in the house, you might as well use it. We're going to season up some of these steaks really quick. This is the tray that actually comes with the caddy kit for my Weber Slate griddle. Got to be honest with you, I think I end up using it more for something like this than I do for what it's intended for. One of those here's one of my words for the day. Unintended purposes. Is that right?
That's good.
There. All right, we'll smash that because I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's burger seasoning. It is. But it's got that grill flavor in there, a little smoke flavor. So kind of like half of your seasoning with that. And then come back with shake that, which is salt, pepper, garlic, and butter, a lot bigger flakes. I know one thing. As many Mexican restaurants we've been to, I've never had my steak seasoned like this. We'll set these to the side and let all that seasoning penetrate. Let's just call this the au jus, the juice, the goodness. This is your gravy from the pinto beans. I've reduced it down off camera, and you can see what kind of consistency we're working with there. Pretty thick. Okay, we got that lard melted. Now these have already been warmed up, just to give you an idea. You want to save your juice because you want to be able to thin out your beans once you start frying them. They're going to get a little thick on you. And I like mine a little chunky, kind of like me. You might be thinking why we haven't added like cumin or onions or anything like that. When we did our pinto beans to begin with, we had all that in there. So this is already seasoned pinto beans that we're just going to make refried beans out of. And this pinto bean recipe will actually be listed in the description below. That way, in case you guys want to make the pinto beans from scratch, you absolutely can. Thicken up that ranchero sauce as we go. Keep an eye on it. Add a couple more spoons because this is going to thicken up on us. And we're just going to keep an eye on it. And there we go. There's your refried beans. Taste for your salt level. If you need to add some more flavorings, you absolutely can at this time. But as this sits, it will thicken up. That's why it's so important to reduce that mix down, that liquor, because it's so flavorful. And once you concentrate it, it becomes more powerful as well. So there we go. So we got pepper jack, cheddar, and we got that quesadilla cheese. I love that quesadilla cheese. Mix that together. We can top that on the hot beans, let it melt in there. Not too thin. I want some bulk in the onions, okay? Char those up nice, put those over top. Some of these jalapenos left over, I'm just gonna put them on the grill whole. They can start steaming. This slate griddle is on a medium, and this is high. I'm gonna throw down some neutral oil, start charring those onions. And we are going to try something out today. We're gonna go to extremely high heat. I typically don't do it, but as thin as these steaks are, if you don't have high heat, you're not gonna get that char. And to me, that's what it's all about. That's where your flavor is going to come from. So, the onions, we'll shake that. Leave those alone. I'm hitting 600 degrees, just to let you know. That's probably high enough for me. Little oil. See, as those beans cool down, they're going to thicken up on you. So always have a little bit of that reserve liquid in the background. Just warm these right back up. All those seasonings there with those onions pick up some of those flavors. Some of those grilled onions. Hit it with some of that hot refried beans. That leftover griddle heat, throw you down some of those tortillas. See how that sauce thickened up nicely? Alrighty, I did it just like the restaurant. You get your little pack of 3 tortillas. Oh, we don't have an extra plate. Who needs a stinking plate? Obviously, it comes with rice, whatever you want to do with it. My brother-in-law always does no rice, extra beans. So, this is for her. Get a little onion in there. I mean, some beans. You gotta get some of that salsa they give you with the chips. I know this one isn't for you. I gotta have a little jalapeno.
Spicy.
Oh my gosh. You liked it on the smoked chicken fajitas. A little bit more sauce. That sauce is on point.
You put the jalapeno on there. That tastes like a legit Mexican restaurant. You got a little Hispanic in you, honey?
It's one of those dishes where, first of all, it brings back a ton of memories. Second of all, it's literally griddle cooking at its finest. I know the beans are a little bit separate, but, I mean, it's hard to sit here and say every single time that everything we make is good. You guys know that there's some videos out there I'm like, no, that's not it. Or I should have done this. Or let's work on the recipe. This ain't it. This ain't it. This is not one of those dishes where you need to change anything. This is fantastic. Your version of ranchero sauce might be different. Your version of refried beans might be different. With the charred onions, the sauce, the steak, this is restaurant quality. This is under house specialties.
This tastes like Mexican restaurant.
Oh my gosh. I just won son-in-law of the year. Like, I don't know how many people win that a year. I'm sure I'm like my only competition, but 3 times in a year reigning, and I won it again.
I just want to give me a bite of just the steak.
I know most of the restaurants aren't using sirloin either. All right, guys, there you go. So that is version 2 out of 2. Remember the Southwest Country Fried Steak? That's where we did that ranchero sauce from scratch, and it was phenomenal. We did chorizo hash browns. If you go back into further, the Sonoran hot dogs, where we did the pinto beans, and that's where we got the refried beans from. So this is all from
Leftovers.
yes, but this is from our visit from Phoenix, Arizona. We had a blast. Many more recipes to come. Thank you guys so much for this journey. If you didn't know, Pellets and Pitch just hit 10,000 subscribers. She got a cake. I'll show you that video right here.
And we made the most amazing smoked Mexican chicken.
Ah! That's why I couldn't go in my other refrigerator today. You scoundrel.
You know me, any excuse to get a cake.
That's awesome. Appreciate each and every one of you. So if you signed up from the Flat Top King, you come over from that channel, you just did it organically. Thank you. Each one of you means a lot.
It will be on our website because you have got to try it. It's
We
so
probably
good.
need to make the smoked Mexican chicken for this channel, although it's a smoking video, like a crossover, so they can experience it. Because if you're not following me on Pellets and Pits, where we do a lot of smoking, that one's worth it for everybody. You can throw that joker in the oven and you probably get just as good. It was fantastic. If you guys are interested, hit that join button down below. It's a membership program. We thank each and every one of you for taking time for doing so. Check us out on the Griddle group on Facebook. We talk about griddles. The Weber Slate comes to mind. There's a few more companies come out with griddles. It's going to be a busy spring and summer. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press that subscribe button, pound the notification button, share it with your friends. Peace.
Oh, that is legit, honey.
Even the onions.
Oh, dang. We don't have any more homemade tortilla chips left, do we? Dang. We ate those already.